Ooh. Yes, I started with a cough, but right, you know. Yeah, morning, afternoon. It's afternoon. Oh, yeah, morning to you too. Who else on the inside? Oh, wave your hand. Wave. So we do the sample paper from the syllabus. Specimen paper. Sherry, no problem. Problem at all. So ready to start it? If you're ready. Thumbs up in the chat. Some sort of positivity. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, once you're ready to go, thumbs up, and I'll go ahead and start. Share with the other folk. Alright, so let's go. Remember I told you all in the syllabus breakdown video, this paper consists of 4 sections, so 4 questions, sorry. So all 4 questions, we'll probably try to get through 2 today and probably 2 right today and 4. Alright, so first page. Remember what I told you all, right? Scenario. Watch the scenario going on here. And what you have to make sure you grasp in life is understanding scenario. Time is a factor. Like, time will bother you. Don't hesitate to read something twice, because it's going to be a scenario. Most of the times you have to read the scenario and understand. Alright, so Elaine wants her place. I recommend that you read the whole question first, just start to finish. Then after you read the whole question, read it over again and try to figure out which area of IT they're trying to get you to talk about, right? So we read the whole thing first. All the viewers, remember to like and just take 2 seconds and share this link. Wherever it is. Like the video, share that link. Take 2 minutes to do that now. I could get at least 20 people inside here before I go to. Also have a message to respond. Alright. Right, for real now. Once you share it, thumbs up, like the video, and there we go. We're gonna answer these questions. Remember to like. Okay, so here's the scenario. Elaine wants to place her gluten-free recipes on the internet and access them using a web address. She wants users to register in order to access her recipe and to store their information in the database. She also needs to manage any emails and interact with her online clients in the recipe. Good. Right, so we could stop right there and we read the whole thing. It didn't take me more than 30 seconds to read that. But before I even look at the questions, I'm going to try to understand what is happening. So Elaine wants to place her gluten-free recipes on the internet. So what would be an easy thing to do is just kind of underline the technical terms, right? The IT terms. Internet, you see in web address, you see in online database, and you see in emails, and you see in uploaded, right? So right off the bat, you can see that this question I'm going to ask you something about your understanding of the internet, URLs, web address, storing data, receiving data, things like that. So you get your mind in that frame of mind. The next thing I strongly recommend you do that after you read the scenario, read through the whole question. Why I think you should read through the whole question is because you need to kind of get a grasp of what they're asking. And sometimes what's happened is that one part of the question will ask you for an answer, and you might write out a nice long answer and realize that you're actually answering the second part of the question. So check through the whole question and just kind of get a grasp so you know, all right, if you're answering this question and it says one thing, then you could kind of stop right there, and then the next part of the question will. So if we read through the question, it says, state and name the computer-related professional that will be most suitable for placing recipes on the internet. Good, that is just to state something. Managing her emails on online clients. Good. State, describe 2 tasks for each of the professionals. Okay. So you had to state the things here. And after you state them, you have to describe it. So whenever you see the word state, that's usually 1 mark. So this is going to be 1 mark here, 1 mark here. Whenever you see the word describe, however, you're going to have to give some sort of application. So that's why this is 2 marks here. Sometimes they'll ask you one whole question that is state and describe. But for now, they're just asking you to state, right? Then, part C, they add more to the scenario now. So more things for you to read, which is good that you're going to read it before you start to answer the question so that you can answer everything. Lane soon receives hundreds of emails with strange email addresses and other requests to visit other websites. Explain 2 security practices that she should consider before responding to. So now they want to know about email addresses, websites, security practices. Good. So that's what we see so far. We're reading the rest of the question now. Describe 2 measures that can be used to prevent against software attacks on Elaine's website. So they talk about software attacks. So they're still talking about Elaine's website. Remember, the whole scenario is about his website with his, but you had to be able to grasp, okay, what is going on. Then users data stored on an online database. Apart from the first and last name, there's 2 fields that can be used to capture data. Right? So when you talk about fields now, this is starting to talk about data. So the question started with theory, but now it's merging into databases, which is what I was telling you all. They will merge the practical and the theory of it. Then Elaine wants to extract some information from your database. Complete the table by selecting the most suitable database here. So they're asking about Microsoft Access right now, and you have to know how each one of these not fields, features are used to get things done, and then you fill out that table. But it's still relating to who? You have to remember you're dealing with Elaine and her business. Then part G now starts to show you the website. So they see the website and then they ask you about website. So they merge theory, they merged databases, and they merge websites into question. And that's how you should approach all the questions that you're going to see from now on, because they're going to be structured like this all the time. Right, so if you have any questions about how I just told you to analyze the question, let me know. If not, thumbs up in the chat. You good there? All right, so if you have no question, right? Okay, so placing her recipes on the internet, you probably want to go to a web developer or website. Something along the lines of web developer. Yeah, that'll be most likely what they're looking for. Keyword will be web developer or website. Special there. Managing the emails on online clients. It could be a social manager. They may accept database manager. Yeah, basically along those lines. Words will be, the jobs will change. Well, the jobs will be kind of fluid, but you can't just get somebody who you can't just say secretary, because a secretary might be able to do anything, so they're looking for like an IT kind of job. Your manager will be the best. Any questions about that? Ask. I'll move on to the next one time, and whoever question you ask, I'll just go back if I need to, right? Just know how to respond to a message. Okay, moving on now. All right, describe 2 tasks of each professional. It says 2 tasks for each of the professionals. So you're gonna have to say the web developer, it website, create websites, and upload content. Next one will be social media manager, will be replies to emails and takes create posts, create create posts, right? Who is the social media manager? The social media manager is the person that would manage any emails, interact with the client. Hi, Cherry. All right, so yeah, 2 tasks. All right, create websites, upload content, replies to emails, create posts. Anything along those lines is possible. Hold on, I'll mute my WhatsApp web because it'll keep hearing that noise until I go through. Cool. Yeah. Right, any questions here so far? Thumbs up if you're okay. If you're unsure, ask yourself, can you answer, can you put down an answer like this? And if not, tell me why, so I could try to help you out if you're not too sure. Why? To make a call here. All right, Sherry is good. Okay, moving on to the next part of the question now. They add a scenario. Elaine soon receives hundreds of emails with strange email addresses, and other requests to visit our website. Into security practices that she should consider before responding to them. All right, good. So now they want to know about security practices with respect to strange. So what are the strange emails asking her to do? The strange emails are asking her to visit other websites. So this is the key here. What do you do when you're asked to visit sites? Visiting other websites, big problems will be things you have to do is check the URL. Now, here's a come on, mistake. You all will see explain to security practices, and then you will just write one line. Check the URL. And expect that you're going to get the 2 marks. Handwriting sucks. If you check the URL, this only going to get you 1 mark. Realize the thing is 4 marks, and they explain 2 things. So that you have to state it, you have to give the 2 things, and then you have to give the explanation. So I'll break down. I'll say check. Hold on 1 second. Huh? Hello? Alright, cool. Thanks a lot. Sorry for the inconvenience. I say sorry for the inconvenience. Alright. Right, so check the URL. Now, whenever you see the word explain, tell yourself you're going to have to give a statement and then you're going to have to write some words underneath it. So check the URL. And you want to say the want to say like look for only reputable sites. Make sure the site is secure. Things like that, right? So this will get 1 mark here. And then either one of these. This one will give you the next mark. Because you have to say check the URL. Next thing I could do would be check the email address. And you want to make sure the main is valid. Example email.com or live.com, something like that. So that's the next mark that you'll get there. Because that's the problem. They want to know what would be the problem before onto those emails. The security practices will be making sure the URL is good, making sure the email address is valid. And then you have to give the explanation. Most students will just do this and this, but they won't do the explanation part. And then you'll end up getting 2 out of the 4 marks. You want to get all 4. Right, if you have any suggestions of another answer, let me know. You think Usually when you get a strange email address, there is a link, and if you click on the link, it will send it. You'll need to check the URL that you click in to make sure that it's it, or check the email address you got it from. That's just basic security there. Bit of loot. Alright, if you're good, thumbs up. If you're not, the question. How about deleting those emails? Deleting the emails wouldn't really be considered responding to the emails. We say that Guyana do free? Yeah, yeah, Guyana. If the question says what they should consider before responding to the emails, then you have to do some sort of thing that will determine if you respond to the email or not. I don't think deleting the email is gonna make much sense. I like it. Yeah, sorry about that. Any more questions? Sorry for blocking the question. Or look at that 10 minutes. So anything that have to do that you should consider before responding to the like to respond to. But now worthy to respond to, then you really want to. Alright. I'll go through the actual recommended answers from CSEC just now. But kind of want to do this with you, go through the whole process instead of just going to the answers and showing you what they expect to see. I want to show you all how to read the question, how to rationalize it, and how to make sense of the scenario. As a comment on your head, understanding the scenario in question is like 50% of the work. Thumbs up if you're good, eh? Yeah, Antoine, you're correct. If you're checking for only reputable websites, you see the thing is, if you check for ending with .com, .net, or .org, anybody could create a website with .com, .net, or .org. So I could create a website as freemoney.com. So even if you check for the .com, that doesn't mean that the website will be reputable. In order to check to see if the website is reputable, you're going to have to actually go to it and see what the website asking you to do. And if it's asking you to send any information or any stuff like that, then you will know if it's reputable or not. Or if it's online kind of thing. You want to make sure that the site is there and you have it yes in front of it. That make sure it's secure. Right. So yes, even though .com and thing, those are reputable, I mean those are real domains, you gotta make sure that the site itself is with your time. Cool. Yeah, look for the padlock. Yeah, look for the padlock. You'll see a little padlock. But I don't know if you could write padlock, because you might have to use the actual you might have to use the actual term, the technical term, because they're looking for you to apply the technical term to the scenario. Alright, so that's it for questions. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Okay. It says, describe 2 measures that could be used to prevent against software attacks on Eileen's website. So software attacks, you need software protection. Types of software protection will be antivirus that protects against software, firewall. I could write properly. Alright. Or a firewall will stop the software attacks, antivirus will be able to stop the software attacks. Well, you could say antivirus starts anti-malware, right? The official term now is malware. You don't say just say antivirus. Antivirus, anti-malware, and a firewall. Alright, so why? So some people might want to put VPN, right? But yeah, Antoine, a VPN is really to protect a user connecting to a network. So a VPN is like you here try to connect to a network, internet, right? This here will create a tunnel through the cloud to get to the other computer for you. But that doesn't necessarily mean that your website is going to be protected, because not every user in the world is going to be able to connect to your website via a VPN. So you can't put VPN as an answer, because VPN is a virtual private network. But a website is not on a private network, a website. A public thing now. So VPN wouldn't be accepted to say. But they're looking for antivirus, anti-malware, a firewall, software protection along. Right, once you're good, thumbs up, and I will move on. Ah, and ask if good handwriting will give more marks. Handwriting really that important for town with these things. The only thing handwriting will do is it will get people to mark it faster. So they'll see it, they'll see the answer, and then mark it. But if your handwriting bad, they will have to read it, and they will have to make sense of it. Normally, good handwriting are really gonna kind of, that's what really matters most, is how you lay out your answer. Good layouts wouldn't get you more marks, but good layouts will kind of make the examiner feel good about what you have put on the page now. If you lay out your answer neatly, instead of writing a whole paragraph with one set of jumble up words and they just kind of throw in words on the paper, yeah, that will be a problem. But writing your answer in a nice structured way, where the examiner could see keywords and the explanation, oh boy, live for that. Alright, so no questions about that. Moving on to part E now. Alright, so for part E, users' data stored in an online database apart from last name and first name. So they tell you two fields already, first and last name. Two fields that they should capture for anybody who wants to register for Elaine's recipes. Well, with the registering for the recipe, of course, you need to get their email address as one. Next one would be Jared asks if you have to write incomplete sentences. Nope, you don't have to write incomplete sentences. Not English. Yeah, it's not English language. Kind of things. Let's give the people the answers, which is in point form. Point form will get the marks easy, fast, and you can move on to another thing. Like the two things that you can put in are unnecessary. Let's give the answers and right, email address and contact number, right? Right, what else can you put? Email address, contact number, or you could call it telephone, yeah. Yeah, Antoine, that makes sense too. Contact number, so telephone number. You could also the registering for recipes. You could also say type of recipe. Good. Right, so those three things will make sense. Country, yeah, they would accept country. Country would be nice too, yeah, that wouldn't be very. But your surefire answers here will be email and contact number, for sure. If I examine and see that, it'll be like 1 mark, 1 mark. Type of recipes preferred, you're gonna have, you see, you gotta write a lot more type of recipes preferred, you'll get a mark for that. Country, we'll take that too, I hope. But when we get to the actual answers, but I'm almost sure that those two here as your bread and butter there, because that's right down in any form that you fill out on the internet. You must give them your email address and giving them your phone number or something like that would. Yeah, the top two. All right, so we're going on now. If you have questions, ask them. Elaine wants to extract some information from your database. Complete the table by selecting the most suitable database. Yeah? So this is your knowledge about database. You want a list of users who accessed her cupcake recipe. That is clearly a query. Oh, wait. Was that Sani? No, this is not the 2020 paper. This is the 2020 specimen paper. Yes. So this is the paper that they did, that they attached to the syllabus. So when teachers see the syllabus, they will see how the questions will come like so. That's me showing you the questions. Actual 2020, the actual first exam that's going to test this new syllabus is going to be, hopefully. But this paper here is just a specimen for teachers to see what the questions are going to be like. So, yeah, usually when you get a table, it's wise to read out all the things first before you go jumping and pulling out things from inside here like you're crazy. Because you might be mixing it up. So, I'll start over. Because I saw it was a query, but I'll be able to do that. So list of users who have access to cupcake recipe. Cool. How many users have registered? Cool. An overview of the number of users who requested each recipe. Okay. A list of users by country, but in ascending order. So they're very, very close to each other. Some of them could be mixed up for queries very, very easy. So let me see if we could of course I started from number 1. You just joined the live late. Let's see. This is number 1. Sunny, where you come from? Pick up. Right. So we go in here from right. So overview of the number of users who requested each recipe. How many users have registered? A list of users by country in ascending order. List of users who've accessed their cupcake. Okay. So there are 4 things here, but there are 5 choices. Now, this is where the rubber meets. Are you going to put the 4 things inside there based on 5 choices? Well, based on my understanding of how the question is stated, if we look at all 4 of them, some of them easy to knock off. They're the most suitable database feature, so it doesn't have to be that you have to use all 4 or use all 5. You can make sense of it. So overview of the numbers who requested a certain recipe. If once you see overview, you're thinking about a report, because a report is an overview. A report is like a summary, right? List of users by country, but in ascending order. You see, once you see ascending order, you have to sort the report. Now this is actually a reporter, but it's actually being sorted because they stay ascending order. So if they have if you do a report, you could sort it by descending order when you report done. Or you could just sort the table. So I would think they will accept both of them, but when we get to the actual answers, we'll see. Because sometimes it does mark kind of weird, and I want to let you know that if they are marking weird, you should be able to game the system enough to convince them that you make sense with your answer. Right? How many users have registered? How many users? This is our count. So you're going to use a calculated field. Why using a calculated field is because you want to know how many, so you're counting. Some sort of calculation has to take place. Calculated field is actually part of a query, but a bit too much. And a list of users who've accessed their cupcake recipe. So you see that it's narrowing it down to cupcake recipe. So you want to look for people with cupcake recipes alone, so therefore you're going to query. Alright, as basically what it should be. Any questions? Because this one kind of confusing. If you have any questions, ask me now. Until okay, thumbs up and we're going on. Emily there asking what is a form. Okay. A form is basically a place where you go to enter the data. So if you were to create a form, you would create a form, and the form will have like these little spaces, and it'll have like name, age, and you have a next box, address, and you would literally write the information inside there. So that's what a form would be for. A form will be for data entry. Yeah. Any questions there? All right, so all good there. On. Cool. All right, so now they merging our website question into this now. So let me see how the website question going. A user searches for aliens recipes and locates the following layout. All right, cool. So we have a web page, and sadly, they're using Internet Explorer. Yeah, cringy. Like, yeah, like. At least they could have put our website with like Chrome or something, boy. Like, how they go put Internet Explorer website up there, boy? That just hurt in my heart. I thought they was getting better. I thought it was making sense. But whatever. Alright, so use the layout above to give the general name given to this page. This is called a web page. It is not a website. Officially, this is a web page because this is one page. And notice they say this type of page is a web page. If you put website, CSEC gotta be real lenient to get out that. But if they do, then it's possible. Because sometimes it does be like they're happy and right. Alright, give the general name given to this type of page. Usually have to state a web address. The web address is, you have to say the whole web address, don't cut corners. HTTP //www dot baking is in.com. That is the whole web address. But you notice there is another web address inside here, which is forbaking.com. So you could put any of the two, I would hope, because it's actually a web address and it works. But if they have the whole thing, don't cut corners, give them the whole thing now. And thanks. Email address, well, that's more cake. Lane at forbaking.com. Then after that, they ask for a hyperlink. Hyperlink will be any one of these two. So the email address again, in at forbaking.com or forbaking.com. How you know it's a hyperlink? Because there's a underline. If we have the underline. Alright, and that's it for this question. 20 marks. You have any questions before we go to the actual answers? We're gonna go to the actual recommended answers by SPEC, and we'll see how accurate we will. Alright, so let me get the actual answers up there now. Could you explain the theory of hyperlinks? Okay. Alright, Jared. When you have one page and you have another page, they are going to have to be able to communicate with each other. I mean, to get from this page to that page, you need to have a hyperlink, right? So what's happening is a hyperlink is when you take, let me say the address of this page is .com, and the address of this page is yes.com. If yes.com wants to give you the ability to get to and.com, they have to create inside here, they have to create a link or link, but behind the link is really http://and.com. So when you actually see the link, you will see this underlined, but that being underlined, what really happening is that behind it, the HTML code for it says go to this actual address here. So a hyperlink could be named anything, and once it's named that, so the person will click on the link, and when they click on the link, and.com will open up. But really and truly, what was on the link, what was actually behind the link was and.com. It's kind of like the meme with Scooby-Doo. They say, let me see who's my real worst enemy. Get the link. Yeah, it's kind of like this. So imagine it's like so you could be there like you go to click link and the link is underlined there, but really and truly behind here will be and.com. So when you see this hyperlink, what really actually going on in the background is that. Rihanna, this paper were the answers. Well, the answers for this paper already there, you know, is the specimen paper, so I really need to upload. Let's see. You'll see. I'll show you now. Alright, so let me show you the answers to this for now. Somewhere down here. Alright, so marks you. Alright, so I'm gonna go through my answers and the specimen answers here, right? Alright, so for 1A, I want to say just reach and see memes. Love it here already. Alright, so watch this, right? Good. So our first question is the two things. First one is a web developer, next one is social media manager, right? So I had it correct there. They will most likely, they might take the website admin. They might accept, I doubt they will accept the database manager. So let's scratch this up the one time. That was a kind of stretch, right? But web developer or web admin, they might accept either one of the two, right? Alright, then this is describe two tasks for each of the following, and you would see creates websites or uploads content. Look, they have that there, builds or creates websites, content, and the next one will be oversees development of the website, publishes the website. So any two of those. So create websites, upload content, replies to emails. And we good there. Questions? So we had the correct answer there. Part C now. Part C, right? So we have two explanations. Similar suitable responses are acceptable. Verify the authenticity of the email. So I have that there. Let's change the color of this pencil. Actually, no, that time to change the color. Right, so we had this good. Don't click the website links if you're unsure, which is you see this part where they say similar or suitable responses are acceptable, right? So that would fall under suitable responses. So one of them says check the email address, right? Verify if they're spam, which is good. See if it's valid, you'll get 2 marks there. Don't click the website links if you're unsure. Cool. Check the authenticity of the mail. Check to see if the URL spam. Okay, good. So they want us to, they basically focusing on the email part. So the email part, which is check the authenticity of the email and check to see if the links are spam, but also check the website links if you're unsure, which is what we have here. We have check the URL and check to make sure these sites are reputable. So that will count under similar or suitable, acceptable responses, right? So we correct there. Next question would be describe 2 measures that could be used to prevent against software attacks on alien's website. They have any tool of firewall or antivirus or malware protection. Yeah, firewall, antivirus, malware protection. So that's why I had antivirus or anti-malware and firewall. So good there. Hope you all understanding how they answer what they're looking for, and you realize how they have the answers here. They don't have no full sentences. All they want you to do is get the points across. Part E, fields that you should put in when the person registers. You have email address, types of recipes, country, username. All right, good. So we had all those. The only one we didn't put in was username, which is acceptable. But also remember, they have similar or suitable responses are acceptable. What you need to understand is a group of people come together and they decide, we are asking if we're saving the live. Yeah, this live will be saved. The only lives are not going to save will be the crash course lives, right? Because that crash course live is, and people just pay for them things. But once we get to 1,000 subs, remember, if I get to 1,000 subs before the end of March, I will do the crash course for free. If you're liking how this thing going here and you love how I'm explaining things and it making sense, you're going to want to try to get our crash course for free. If not, it will be $300, right? 300 TT. What I was saying now? Yeah, right. So you see this part where it says similar / suitable responses are acceptable. That means that they are going to look at your answer and see if it makes sense. So we have contact number, it will be telephone. They will accept that because it's a suitable or acceptable response. So the teachers will meet together. The teachers will say, hey, are we accepting contact numbers? Yes. All right, cool. And we'll put that in because it's human beings marking it and human beings understand that other human beings answer the question, so they can answer like that. Elaine wants to extract some data from the database. State how it's going to work. Right, so part F. So I showed you all the first one is query, the next one is calculated field, the next one is report, and the last one is sort. But you could also put query too, right? So I said sort first because it's clearly in ascending order. So it could be a sorted query or it could be a sorted report. It will accept either way. Next. What they ask for, the general name of it is a home page or a web page. Remember, I told you all they're not going to accept website because they ask for a page. So it's a web page, home page. Web address is any one of those. So you see, they have the actual whole HTTP one, they have the forbaking.com, and they also have the email address. I didn't count the email address as a web address, but close enough. And then the last part would be a hyperlink. Anyone that says back to the top, anything that was underlined or had a link. So about us will be considered. Oh, I didn't tell you about like about us. So yeah, about us. Yeah, all those things are hyperlinks because you can click on them. But easily the easiest hyperlink there is forbaking.com. Email address will be accepted too. That's your 20 mark. Right. So cool. So that's the first question. I'll stop there for now because I could only do this for an hour. Hopefully sometime tomorrow we'll try to get in again. But right now I'm just going to do the slow scroll. This is for those of you all who came in at the end of the video. If you want to see all the answers, because I'm not going to upload this PDF for the answers on top of it. You can look at it. But remember, this specimen paper is freely available. I have another video on the channel called what has changed and what has been added and what has been removed from the syllabus. The link to the specimen paper is right there. So you could download it and check it out too, right? So this is the slow scroll. For those of you all who want to pause the video to see the answers. We just checked all the answers with respect to the CSEC answers. So scrolling so that you could see here, just in case you want to just watch the video alone because you don't want actual from CSEC because you leave. Why you can't use, but it's all about the scenario. Right, so to do this question here, it's supposed to take you about 20 minutes, half an hour, because the whole exam is 2 hours now. So you're trying to go for like a mark a minute or 1 minute and 15 seconds per mark question. If a question is 20 marks, tell yourself that you should only like half an hour. I take my time and went through it. Slow scrolling, still slow scrolling, still slow scrolling, still slow. Alright, that's it, folks. Thank you very much. Remember, 1,000 subs by the end of March, and you'll get the crash course for free. Not $300. If you have any questions, you could leave them at the bottom of this video. I got chance. Thank you. Remember, follow on Instagram to know when I'm going live again, and remember, share with your friends and classmates so that you're more sub. More sub. Don't forget to like and share. Oh, and if you want to say thanks,